Hello everyone, I have another church rummage sale haul to share with you today. And in my last video, I referenced a church rummage sale that I wanted to go to. Unfortunately, I did not make it to that particular sale, but I did go to another church rummage sale. This sale actually worked out because the drive was beautiful. We really enjoyed it. So let me show you what I found. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Jen. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you have watched my videos before, thank you so much for coming back. So let's go ahead and get into the haul. I did not get that much footage of this sale. I did get a little bit. And actually my husband reminded me that I needed to get some once we got there. Sometimes I just get hyper-focused and I forget to film, and then after I've left, that's the point that I remember. So I actually saw these items when I first walked in. I thought they had some nice staining. I guess that's called staining on them. They are Pampered Chef, but as you can see, they were $10, which is not a bad price for 3 pieces. And on the way out, my husband grabbed them and thought it was a really good deal. As with many of the items that I purchased, I don't know if I will keep these or offer these, so we will see what happens. But there's, I guess this is the, I don't know if they're casserole or pie. There's this, I guess it's a bowl, but this would be great for decor. I love it. I love those colors. Then the large, I don't know if it's a casserole or a bowl. I can't remember what they are called. I usually like to separate everything into categories, but I am just going to show everything in random form. I need to get out of here. I have some other things on my to-do list. So I will just show you as I pull items out. I found this box of stationery on my Etsy shop. It is vintage, or I will use it for baby books that I create. I do use a lot of vintage stationery and envelopes and papers and things like that. So there's quite a bit left, and that was only 50 cents. I believe I paid, it seems like I paid about 20 bucks for everything, and I think it was actually less, but I gave them a few extra. And then I found this adorable box of vintage stationery with the rainbow. This will be perfect. This will be perfect. Sometimes I get requests for rainbow baby books, and this will be awesome for that. I may even put some in my Etsy shop. I found this new in package Easter die cuts, I guess. Hinge. Oh, it's a hinged decoration. That is going to be cute. And it's probably 80s or 90s if I had to guess. But I thought that was adorable. And for a quarter, I will either use this, or again, it will be offered on eBay or in my Etsy shop, or I guess Poshmark. I probably could put that in Poshmark as well. And I found these beautiful gold and silver vintage glass bulbs. These I'm going to definitely keep. I am going to do, I think, silver and gold and white this year. I always try to pick a theme or a color scheme for my holiday decor, and I think this year I will go with white and gold and silver. And I may have done that last year with some red accent. I'll have to go back and look. But it was so strange. This woman kept following me around. I don't know why, but every time I picked something up, she would say how cute it is and then stand there and stare at me. And it was a little uncomfortable, so I kept moving away, and she would follow me to everything that I picked up. Finally, I just wanted to leave. Let me know if that's ever happened to you. I thought maybe it was just me at first because I don't like people in my personal space. I found these adorable vintage oversized stockings. They're like patchwork. I don't know if I paid 75 cents for each, probably, but I thought those were adorable. And then I also found this vintage stocking with I think it's a Canada Goose. And we used it to put this coffee press in that my husband wanted. So for 75 cents, we thought we would pick this up and give it a try. I need to learn how to use this, but we'll probably try this out, hopefully the coming weekend. And here is this adorable stocking. Here is one of those brass French horns. And I don't know if I will keep this or not. I really like it, but I'm really trying not to keep everything that I pick up. It's so hard not to, because I pick up things for resale that I also like. When I picked this up, it did not have a tag on it. There was this sweet lady walking around. She had tags all over her arm, and so she just picked one off and she put a quarter on this. I could not believe it. She was so sweet. I love this. The last Christmas item I picked up is this tablecloth. Look how beautiful that is. I don't think this will fit my table. It said it's oblong. I have a round dining room table, but I will see if maybe they had it marked wrong. There might be some light staining. I could be wrong. It looked like it was in really good shape. I don't know if it was just the lighting and the space that we were in, but look how pretty that is. I found this adorable, I think it was 1986, if I'm not mistaken, Easter bunny. I found some really cute Easter decorations. So I thought that would be cute. It is a shelf sitter, so it will look cute on someone's shelf. And then the last Easter items that I picked up are these baskets, and I think I may keep these. I found 2 of them. I think they would look really cute either on my hearth or on my porch with some spring flowers in them. So I was hoping they had 3 so I could use them for my grandsons. I have 3 grandsons, but they only had 2, so I will either keep them for decor or they will go probably in my Poshmark closet. I thought they were adorable. They're very well made, and for $1, I could not pass that up. I found this Leah Sophia necklace. It is so pretty, and it was $1. I think their jewelry was $1. There wasn't too much left. I typically go for items that look a little more substantial. Here is another item that I picked up when I walked in. It is handmade, and I thought it was adorable. It was $3, and it has this really cute quote on it. And I think it has a stamp on the back. I cannot really read it, but it's hand painted. And so heart items are really coming back into style. They were very popular in the early to mid 1990s, and they're starting to come back. So I think somebody will probably want that. I thought I was finished and we were headed out the door. This sale, unfortunately, did not have a lot of stuff. I really wish I could have made it to the other church rummage sale. It was huge, but this one still had some nice items, as you can see. So when we were walking out, we were ready to go, I noticed the books. They were 50 cents to $1, I believe. So I thought I would just take a peek, and I found some really great books. I found this Unwatched Pot, and I'm going to go through this. I don't know if I will keep this book, but I do like to go through them to get ideas because I do cook most days of the week. This is a 1970s cookbook. I love the age on it. This would be great for decor, or also if you like to cook with a crock pot, which I do at least once a week or a couple times a month. And so I am excited to look through this. It still has kind of the remnants, I think, of where the price tag used to be. I guess that's what that is. But look how awesome that looks. And if I'm not mistaken, this was 50 cents or $1. The next cookbook I found, right? I don't know. Yeah, it says cookbook, freezing and canning. And so look at those graphics. I love vintage books. I love vintage marketing items and things like that. But look how nice this book would look for decor or to add to your cookbook collection. This is another one that I'm going to look through before I offer it, but I may even decide to keep it. We'll see. The last cookbook is a Betty Crocker. And again, I think this one's from the 70s, I believe. And it has some really nice pictures. I think it's missing the very first page with the date on it, but I went through and it looks like everything else is there. I found this adorable book. I think it would be great for Christmas decor. And I don't believe I found a date on it, but here's what it looks like. Oh, it is a cookbook. That's right. It is the Williamsburg Art of Cookery. So I think it is a modern book. When I say modern, maybe 80s, 90s, maybe even early 2000. But it has recipes or receipts, as they called them back years ago in the 1800s. If you're not familiar with the way they did recipes back then, it was basically a paragraph, but this is interesting too. So I'm going to look through this, but I think it would be great for decor at Christmas time, or even if you like to decorate with cookbooks. I picked up this book and I just liked the colors and I thought it would be great for decor. It is dated 1980, but I like how thick it is, and you could use it for a riser if you wanted, because it is probably about 2 inches. And the last book I picked up is this Better Homes and Gardens baby book. I think this was from the 40s or 50s, possibly the 60s. It's so tiny, I cannot read it. It has so much information and knowledge about how they, about their thoughts on raising the baby back in those times. So I am looking forward to reading through this before I offer it. And that is everything from this church rummage sale, but I did stop a few days later, not on the same day. I stopped at a garage sale right around the corner from my house, and I picked up a few things there. I did not have any money on me, so I thought, well, if I find something, I'll just run home. I'm a block away. And I was just kind of looking, trying to be selective. And so I really didn't, I found a couple things I liked, but thought, you know what, I don't need them. I still have this haul I need to go through. And then she said, conveniently, everything is 50% off. So of course I started grabbing some things. I picked up these adorable Urban Outfitter vintage hot pads or pot holders. I just thought they were so cute. They have this little chicken on it with the yo-yos, and I thought they were so cute. She had a box of these old hangers, and she was closing up to go to lunch, so I wish I would have gotten there a little bit earlier. I love old hangers, so I picked up this one to use for photographing, and I thought it was really cute. I found this adorable rails top. It has strawberries on it. It is so cute. And I don't believe it's my size. It's a size medium, so I will definitely offer this in my Poshmark Closet. I found these North Face gloves. Mind you, all of these items I picked up and put down. And then when she called half off on everything, I went back through and picked everything up. So I think I spent $15 total, if I'm not mistaken. And I found these North Face gloves. I love this color, so they fit me. I will probably keep these. I'm not sure yet. The last two items are my favorites. I found this kind of rusty piece of, it's probably iron if I had to guess, I'm not sure. She didn't know what it was. She thought maybe it was something that went on the bottom of an antique lighting fixture. My husband was thinking it went this way and maybe had something here to hold a hat, or he thought maybe it was a hat stand. I'm thinking that's probably what it is. Or one of those receipt holders. I don't know. If you have any idea what this is, let me know. But I'm either going to offer it as is, or I might do a project with it. I have not decided. I just love it. The last item I picked up is this bag of vintage sewing notions, and I love this kind of stuff. I have a hard time passing it up, just like with the vintage stationery. I really have a hard time passing it up, especially when there's things like this. As I said, I love the vintage printed marketing materials. And let's see here if I can get that to focus. And so I had to grab this. I think after the 50% off, it was a couple bucks or so. And so I thought after I go through it, sometimes I just pick things up and go through it, and then I offer them for junk journal kits and things like that. But I thought these items would be fun for junk journal kits. There's a bunch of needles, so I will probably keep some of them because I do sew when I get a chance. And there's this one. This one has quite a few of the needles left. It's mostly needles, but they're still in the packaging, which would be great for junk journals. Here's this one. And I will probably keep these. I use needles also for creating baby books. Here is a button pack that has not been opened. A little tool here, more needles. I can't remember what these are called. I used to sew a long time ago when I was younger, and I'm just now getting back into it. So I can't remember what these are called. If you know, let me know in the comments below. And then there's a couple of whatever these are. I think there's screwdrivers or something, probably to fix or tighten a sewing machine. And this was in there. This adorable little sewing kit. I thought that was cute. That would look adorable in a junk journal. Here are a bunch of safety pins. My grandson was just asking for some, so now I have some to give him. I don't know what these things are up here. I'm not really sure. They look like some sort of beads. And then we have some hook and eye things. And this was my favorite. It is a little like matchbook style sewing kit. It says the Heart of Alabama, or Heart of Alabama Motel. And then you open it up and it had a button in it, but I think it fell out. So I thought that was so cute. More safety pins. It had a tape measure, which I will keep. I use a tape measure all the time. I lost mine the other day. I found it, but now I will have two. I need a seam ripper. I think I have one, but I bent it, and I need this for a project I will be working on probably in the next day or so. I'm not sure what craft fabric iron-on is. I don't know if it's for patches. I'm not sure what it's for, but it has some images on the back. Maybe you just cut it how you want it. And includes pattern cutouts for decorating and craft projects. Okay, so that might be something that I can use. More needles. And then something I have on my list, I need to fix a hem in a vintage dress. And so this will be perfect for that. So I think that is everything. Let me know what your favorite item was in this haul. And let me know if you're enjoying these hauls. I do have another haul to film after I get all of this taken care of. Every year we go to a tag sale at one of the high schools here in our local area. And this year we went to it and I got so much good stuff. I'm excited to film that video. If you are enjoying the videos, please consider subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching.